This AVA podcast is based on Shorties number 9, My Happy West Meal, where we talk about fast food in Japan.
Alright guys, let's begin with our Today in Japan.
Yeah.
And Mel, you got something interesting there?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm gonna ask you guys this question first. Are you guys familiar with amekomi? The term amekomi?
Amekomi.
No.
Yeah. So amekomi is actually short form for American comics in Japan.
Ah,
So this is
Ame and comic.
amekomi. So
American
this is what
comic.
they refer to, like Marvel, DCs, all that.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
that's how they call
Yeah,
those.
so it's basically American comics, and that's
Right.
it. Amekomi short form.
okay.
So I found out this week that they're starting a Batman and the Justice League manga.
Okay,
Yeah.
is this like a first one or is this like a rebooted version?
I think this is their own spin on things. So
Right.
it's like a total reboot from this mangaka. A mangaka is actually the manga author itself. So this mangaka is her name is Shiori Toshirogi. So she usually draws shoujo style, which is
Okay.
shoujo means for younger ladies audience.
So those very pretty big
those
eyes and
pretty big eyes,
skinny
Sailor Moon
girls,
kind of style.
sharp kind
Yeah.
of face.
So
So is this like DC's approach to enter the Japanese market? Are they hiring this lady to like write for them, or are they owning it, or they're just licensing their characters away and letting them just
Go ahead,
and do whatever they wanna do?
I think they're licensing their own characters for these mangakas to like draw. So far, there's only one, which is her. So she,
Also,
she's
it's sort of like
doing her own version.
The story writings is not coming from the DC, so
I don't think so, because if they were to do that, they would just ask someone
Oh.
in the Western side to just draw for them. You know that.
Right.
So I guess they wanted a more Japanese spin.
So this is the first time I've ever heard DC being drawn in a manga style, and it's official, right? It's not a fan art, right?
Yeah, it's not a fan art. This is an official one. It's published in Champions Red Publishing comic books.
Champions
Yeah,
Red.
Champions Red. So in Japan, they have a few publishing magazines like Marvel, DC, and all this. So like Shonen Jump is one of them. You know, so Champions Red is also one of these publishing companies, and they specialize in seinen manga, meaning
What's seinen?
oh man,
Yeah.
you are really throwing a lot of
Yeah.
terms here, man.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, what's seinen right there?
So seinen is young men, you know, like early 20s,
Young men.
you know, that kind of demographic.
Okay.
But I'm not sure why they hired this mangaka, this female mangaka, to like publish these types of manga. You know, like
Okay.
a story a bit more serious, not really.
Is she like
a
some kind of
feminine story?
Is she some kind of like famous, reputable, like has she done other artwork
Yeah.
that's been known to other people or not known to many?
Her most noticeable work is actually Saint Seiya, but it's not the
Saint
original
Seiya.
one. Saint
Okay.
Seiya is like a long-running manga series.
Right.
It started during the late 90s, early.
Okay. That explains why they all
Yeah.
have this very beautiful face, sharp face.
Yeah.
So it's beautiful eyes, sharp face,
Yeah.
and look.
So do you call like Sailor Moon as a what do you call like what female
Yeah,
audience?
shoujo.
I think shoujo, right? 'Cause they have that-
female audience.
So are we expecting to see DC characters looking exactly like what we see in Sailor Moon?
I wish you guys can see the poster that I saw, because they released a poster of all the members of the Justice League.
Right.
So it's Batman as the main character, and you have Superman, you have Wonder Woman, and you have Aquaman, Green Lantern, and Cyborg, and the Flash. So all the men in the group is good looking, and Wonder Woman, of course, is wonderful.
So
No
so
pun
they're
intended.
they're not buff, right? I'm sure they are like the skinny.
Yeah, they're the
very
lean
pretty,
type.
yeah,
You know,
lean
like
kind
Superman
of
has
style.
this messy teenage boy hair.
You know,
Yeah.
as the world progresses and as they start to show a lot of things, you know, standards are getting incredibly crazy. Everyone is starting to look good. I mean, the standards are just standards that regular people can't achieve. You know, you used to have, I think Dove have a campaign that talks about women have real curves.
It's like the inner beauty
Yeah,
kind
it's
of
like
conversation.
it's more like appreciating your existential beauty.
Right.
So if you have curves, you have curves. Real women have curves and stuff like that.
Right.
And then men would always like to parody, and then they'll start to wear as little as they can and do the same kind of poses. So the way I kind of see it, it's sort of like, man, the superheroes all are looking like really stunning now. It's just hard to pretend that, hey, maybe I can be a superhero now.
Right.
It's like every superhero now, it's good looking. Even the villains like Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean they have to like market it that way so people would like actually follow or buy. You have to look good to be able to sell.
Is there
Right.
like a bad looking superhero?
Bad looking superhero.
Like the worst of the worst that you can think of, like.
Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I guess something.
He's a superhero?
Yeah,
It's
he's a
a
superhero.
superhero.
Oh, he's a hero.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he just looked all swampy.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
like an old tree.
He
or-
looks like a mutant gone wrong.
Yeah.
That's my perception of him.
Mutant gone
Poor
wrong.
thing, poor thing.
Doing right.
Yeah.
Yep, you still can be a hero no matter who you are.
Yeah.
Okay, now about hero, let's go to Vince. What about you?
Today in Japan.
Yep, still today.
I read quite a good article from Business Insider. Well, mine is not so superheroic, but I guess times like this we do need heroes. Why? Because something's not going so well with Japan, and everybody knows about that. Because did you know that adult diapers today outsell baby diapers in Japan?
Oh my
no,
gosh.
man.
No.
This is something new.
So it's either maybe perhaps you're thinking like they're two little babies, or the adults are just shitting too much. But no, but to be in fact, young people is lesser than older people.
Yeah.
Birth rates are not shooting up. In fact, it has gone down. I don't have the facts, I don't have the numbers, but
Right.
it's a very apparent problem that's going on. Friends are getting married to each other out of desperations.
Damn, are they not getting laid enough? I mean, Japan is one of the countries with leading
Pornographies,
pornography,
yeah,
I guess
all your
maybe that's
hentais.
one of the cause.
I think the thing is that there's so many entertainment, there's so many work that they have to do. It's just hard for them to resume, I guess, maybe a regular life with the standards that they need to be. The hours that they need to put into. There's a lot of topics and articles written to study this kind of stuff. Like, for example, this is something I guess that all three of us will understand. Employees over there are succumbing to death from overwork.
Man.
This is a really common thing that you hear from where each time we talk about work in Japan,
Right.
and it's still present until today, and I don't get it. Like,
So all these are just factors that like, for example, prisons are turning into nursing homes. all these factors are what they call demographic time bomb, according to the article.
Right.
So Japan is facing this demographic time bomb, and the only thing that worries me is that I discovered Japan not too long ago, and I've been to that country, and it's so good. The women are beautiful and polite, but good things don't last. So is Japan gonna die? It's like it's going to be. I hope they stick a little bit longer than that.
someone needs to be the hero.
I hope
to
this time
save
bomb.
the population.
I hope this time bomb takes off a little bit much later than it.
I don't
would.
think they will die, since they've been bombed twice and they survived and they flourished. How can you kill something that just won't die?
Is there a theory you're presenting here? Like, in order for Japan to thrive, like for the next
We gotta
revolution,
bomb them two more times.
we gotta have like another apocalypse going on.
Oh man.
But pretty much, yeah, that is the current situation that Japan is facing: a demographic time bomb.
Yeah, and I guess like old people age until maybe 80 plus to 90, and they're still working. I probably see older people still working in Japan.
Funny thing is that one of the factors in that article that was saying that prisons are turning into nursing homes because the elderly are the ones that are doing petty crimes, shoplifting,
Petty
and
crimes.
petty theft.
You can't
So-
work anymore, so that's what you gotta do, right?
So I guess they're not really working. I guess they're sort of like having fun. The best times
They're
of their
doing
life.
jobs, like
Jobs.
internal lingo for like heists.
Yeah.
And get into that nursing home
Yeah.
instead of a prison, right?
So I mean, like the prison is like them being an inmates. According to the article, it's like the guards over there. They're not like like what you see in TVs. They're abusing them around. It's more like the guards are baiting them, feeding them. In fact, they get food. So
Well pampered.
yeah, I guess maybe.
Well, I'm assuming here that these elderly people, they commit this petty crime because they're not wealthy people. Maybe they're in tough times, you know.
They can't really perform at work already at that age, right? When
I
you're so
guess
old.
maybe tough to say. Maybe they didn't plan their financial planning so well, so they have to do all this petty crime, and they of course get caught. But maybe that's part of their plan also. You know, it's like a retirement plan. In prison, you get free meals a day. You have a caretaker to take care of
And
you.
everything is pretty much scheduled
Yeah.
accordingly, right?
Yeah.
But that's the difference I'm seeing from looking at Japan and probably the West side. I'm sure the West side there's probably more prisons than care homes like that. I don't know, but
I don't know, but it sounds like a very good retirement plan.
Yeah.
now that
yeah,
you
that
say it.
sounds like good there.
I kind of know what you're gonna do now.
Yeah.
Man.
It's like
I'll write down my
one last
retirement.
ride.
Yeah, my last ride. Okay, let's talk about Shorties then. Today, we're actually going to talk about my Happy West meal on our Shorties. So basically, this whole thing is about Akira going to the West side, with very little fun,
Yeah.
and he's trying to get something to eat.
I think that's quite a big message over there, because coming from where he came from, with little money he get big size of a big portion of food on the other
Yeah.
side. The Western, of course, there's a exaggeration in the comic strip, but I think Japanese they eat very little.
Yeah, I think their portions are usually very small as compared to the West. Like, if you put side by side comparison, you can tell one is a Super Bowl size and one is
Yeah.
probably normal size.
Yeah,
you know.
but usually for me, the comparison is on the advertisement. I mean, everything looks small in an advertisement. Sorry, in the reality, the advertisement is the one that makes it like big and grand,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess Japanese food, like fast food, it's small but it's impactful. It makes you full.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
I haven't really tried any fast food, so I can't really feel the impactful. But I did go to.
Well, to be fair, Mel does have a small size gut than us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
true.
we can tell by the food that
What
he
comes in now goes out.
Yeah.
10 minutes later.
Yeah.
very good digestive system as well. So yeah.
Try to stay healthy, guys. So
Yeah.
eat more fast food.
But I guess what I know is that McDonald's probably like the biggest fast food chain of the world. They even have like the largest number of fast food chain of McDonald's in Japan.
In Japan alone.
Yeah, and the thing is that what's large in Japan is probably the Western side's version of small. I know French also practice the same thing.
Oh.
So America's side is actually quite huge.
Right.
So in comparison, Japan's size is actually very small because first of all, Asians probably don't eat that much.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
That's true. I mean, except for sumo wrestlers. Yeah.
Yeah, except for sumo wrestlers. But in Japan, Western food like hamburgers, McDonald's, they consider as a snack.
Yeah, and I always realize that they're always showing the nutrition fact straight up when you actually make your order and whatnot.
Actually, I think they do so in almost all McDonald's now since
Right.
the release of the movie where the guy ate McDonald's for 30 straight days.
Oh, right. I can't
forget,
recall.
yeah.
I can't recall his name, but that's the experimentation. So I wonder if McDonald's in Japan is much healthier than the other parts in the world.
I guess so. Their option looks healthier. I mean, I might be biased here, but they have more veggie. It looks more fresh
Oh, really?
to me. Yeah, it looks more fresh. I didn't have it myself, but I saw. And
I think you were looking at advertisements, or are you looking at
not
like,
really
photos?
advertisement.
Or you
It has to be the
photos.
real one.
It has to be the real one.
To
Yeah.
like clarify. So their patties are not so thick compared to like anywhere in the world.
Compared to the one
compared to the original place, maybe
probably
on
the
the
West,
west, yeah.
right?
Or compared
Right,
to what
yeah.
Akira had.
Yeah, compared to what Akira had,
That's humongous.
It's like XXS.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised that there's a burger that size, especially when you have like, on the Western side, you probably have like promotions, to dare people. Hey, man, it's like there's a huge burger kind of challenge, and
Eat it in a certain time.
Yeah, eat it in a certain time, and then you don't have to pay a single cent or something like that. But if you fail, then you gotta pay for it.
Yeah, I think they
Right.
have that.
I think they have
in
a
the
lot.
Western
They have it,
countries.
yeah.
They have that a lot.
Yeah. Then it makes me wonder if it happens in Japan, right? Can the Japanese eat it? Like, can it finish in time?
Okay, wait. The only person to my knowledge, a Japanese who is able to eat that much of an amount.
Mm-hmm.
You know that lady better because I don't know her name. It's a YouTuber lady.
Yeah.
And she can down a lot of meat.
Yeah.
And I mean meat as in food kind of meat.
Yeah, not the other meat.
I seriously don't know how her stomach works.
What is
the
her
way
name?
I
Do you recall
do you
it?
know her
Like,
Kinoshita. I think something to do with Kinoshita.
Kinoshita.
Right,
Kinoshita
so all the contents is just her eating
in front of the
large
camera.
portions of food.
Yeah, she just eat in front of camera. She'll just eat whatever that she want to try, she likes, or either she get food from audiences. Like, let's just say I'm from a certain country, I'm sending her a bag of noodles. She'll actually eat it, right in front of me.
I don't know, man. As like a content creator, so three of us we work hard, and we put so much effort and pain and all this kind of stuff
Long
hours into AVR.
Oh, my shoulder hurts.
It gets really envious. I get really envious for someone like her, who's just paid to eat stuff.
Yeah.
Like the biggest problem that she probably has is like, oh, I'm too full.
But you got to think on the other side, right? She probably has to like work out damn intense to keep maintaining her health.
I really don't doubt that. Why? Because she actually have a FAQ video about eating order. It's not a disorder. I think there's something about her digestive system is that she digests quick or fast. I'm not really sure. I mean,
Right.
you can check it out on a YouTube video, but
Maybe her gut is a furnace.
she can just eat in front of you. She can even finish the whole bucket of KFC chicken.
But here's the thing, it's like people like her, there are some people like her as well. And sitting in this room, there is one person like that too.
Yeah.
Mel, I'm looking at you because you and I will eat the same thing, and for some reason, I'm the one that gains weight.
What's your secret, huh?
My secret is you gotta, when you're young, you gotta go to NASA and like ask them for a black hole. So
Black
you just
hole.
So they just shove it in.
shove it in my gut, and
It's ready to
whatever I
shove it, they
eat,
shove it from-
if it's too full, it goes to the black hole.
So what do you shit out, man?
But you can say I'm full of shit.
Speaking of fast food, McDonald's, there's an interesting story how McDonald's came about in Japan. Because the first ever McDonald's in Japan was somewhere around like 1970s. And there's quite a good and interesting story behind that because
What's the story?
In 1970, or I think it's 1971,
Right.
Japan's first ever McDonald's shop opened suddenly.
What
Yeah.
is this suddenly?
Suddenly.
It's like what? It's like Atlantis would just suddenly disappear.
It's more like I want McDonald's, poof, But no, they opened suddenly because why suddenly? Well, to avoid any disruption that they have to the department store. They're opening in a department store.
Right.
It's sort of like one of those, not the kind of McDonald's that you see today. It's sort of like you go inside a department store and then you go up, there's like restaurant.
Oh, that's
It's-
very
it's-
old school, man.
Yeah, it's very old school. And usually, departmental store right now, they have like food canteen. So picture it's something like that. So they opened there first, Why suddenly? Is because, of course, McDonald's being McDonald's, they have a certain class. They have a certain style. So they needed to construct it the way that it was supposed to be constructed according to the floor plans or whatever. So in order not disrupt anybody's businesses, within 39 hours they have to let's get this done in
man.
39 hours, man. And then that's how it is. It opens suddenly. So I want you to think about you're just walking across the street, and you found a location that was super good, and then you thought to yourself, hey, you know what? It's quite a good location for me to make my business. Maybe I'll come back tomorrow.
Well, I mean, if they provide that kind of service, who wouldn't take it, man?
Yeah, one less than a day.
Yeah, and you were saying
day.
it's during the 70s.
It's during the 70s.
That is crazy.
It sounded like a very easy assemble. Like you buy something from IKEA,
Right.
you just have to assemble and it's done.
Yeah. It seems that way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
to be fair, it's in a departmental store, so they probably set up booths and decorations indoor. just
Easier setup, right?
Yeah, to make it look that way, like
Or-
McDonald's.
Japanese are just crazy people.
Super efficient.
Right.
They probably already have robots doing it at that time.
Probably they haven't exploited the Chinese yet, so they still use their own,
Oh man.
their own race to build. So that's super fast and efficient.
Well, talking about fast food.
Yeah, and McDonald's has been around. It's like McDonald's is obviously quite popular in Japan.
Mm.
And there are a lot of like crazy menu items over there. Like you still find out about your Big Macs and your quarter pounders over there, but anybody who has been to Japan, they know that you don't want to be regular. As in, like, you don't want to be common. So if you go over there, you don't want to have the same Big Mac.
Yeah.
So no surprising. It's not surprising. And McDonald's had introduced a couple of interesting menus of items. They have teriyaki burger. Okay, this is like
standard
it's a
teriyaki
standard
burger.
one.
I guess basically in today's world is that any food that has teriyaki is like it's like,
It's just
it's
another
a
sauce.
Japanese
burger.
spin to it, maybe
Yeah.
like 20%.
yeah. But instead of fillet o fish, they have shrimp.
Oh yeah, it's what AB fillet.
Yeah,
really?
AB means
it's-
prawns.
Yeah, it's something like that. Sounds like that. I'm sorry if I'm not accurate, but yeah, it sounds something like AB fillet. Oh,
That's actually pretty good.
they remain the O because
So
like
instead of
seafood.
fish, you actually get the prawn.
Yeah,
Yeah, you get shrimps. So it's a
Oh,
little bit
shrimp.
classier.
Wow.
So you get,
I saw a few that they do burgers based on places in America,
Oh,
like Miami burger,
Oh, like
Texas
Louisiana
burger.
burger, okay.
Yeah, maybe they market it that way so that maybe Japanese people will like have that perception. Oh, America is a cool country.
Yeah.
It's big size. It gives that illusion.
it always gives you that perception that
Yeah.
your burgers are from.
wait, so
this
what you're
side.
saying is that McDonald's they have Miami burger, is that?
Yeah,
So
Miami.
so where do they sell this Miami burger?
I mean,
in Japan.
yeah, it's only in Japan. It's yeah,
okay.
these burgers are only
So,
available
it's a
in
marketing-
McDonald's Japan.
Promotion basically,
Yes.
right?
Oh, I thought it's sort of like in the western side, it's like
No.
McDonald's introduced Miami burger. Where do they sell that? In Miami? I mean, like
How are we going to get that?
that's like just burger
Yeah,
to them.
That's just me going down to the diner.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, okay, so they introduce like different
Yeah.
flavors of country.
Yeah.
Yeah, specifically America.
Huh?
I don't know what's the full reason behind that, but
I think it's
I
the
think-
association.
yeah.
When you think about hamburgers, pizza, steak, I don't know, the regular thing that you have in
maybe,
mind, right?
maybe.
Then maybe it comes from there. But okay, I got a confession to make.
All right, what's your confession?
Right. I have a thing for fast food. I have
Alright.
this thing where
Wait, are you talking about thing or thing?
thing.
Thing. Okay,
Yeah.
let's hear your
I
thing.
have a thing for fast
I
food.
hope it's the appropriate one.
It's safe.
It's
It's
safe.
safe.
Right, okay.
So I like going to different countries